everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing my August TBR. So I'm sorry if I keep touching my hair, but I keep on trying to curl my hair like how, I don't know, how other people do, but whenever I try to curl it, it just looks so bad, and I just hate it. Like, this side is absolutely awful, and I just hate it. So it's really fluffy and gross right now, so yeah, I might keep touching it. Plus, it's really hot in my room, so I'm sorry. But today I'm going to be doing my August TBR, which is absolutely crazy to me that it's already August. I know I say this in like probably every single TBR video that I do, but I honestly cannot believe that my summer is almost over. This is my last month of summer. It was just such a whirlwind of a summer because I ended up working a lot more than I normally do, so it just went by so quickly, and I mean, I'm not complaining about that, but I mean, it's kind of sad that it went by quickly, but I did have a really great summer. I was able to go to France this past month, which was absolutely amazing, but I'll talk about that more in my book haul / wrap up. But yeah, anyways, let's just get into what I'm gonna read in August. So before I forget, there is one book that isn't quite out yet when I'm filming this video. I'm filming this on the 21st, so one, this book isn't out yet, and two, I'm not sure how the rest of the month of July is gonna go in terms of reading. I'm currently reading Jane Eyre, which will probably take me a while, so this is a pretty ambitious TBR, but I'm not really sure how like July is gonna go. I don't really know. I'm just giving myself some books to read and we'll see what happens. But the book that isn't quite out yet that I want to read in August is, of course, The Cursed Child, which is the next Harry Potter book, the play script. I'm putting quotations because it's really not the next Harry Potter book, it's just kind of like a sub-series thing, I guess. But it's the play script for the play that has been going on in London for the past, I don't know, little while. But everyone is like super excited about this. I've gotten a ton of calls at work about this, but I'm really excited for it too. I think it's gonna be really great, and I hope it's going to be really great. I've heard great things, so I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's definitely at the top of my reading list for August. And then kind of along that same note, I'm thinking of reading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in the illustrated edition. I got this at Christmas and I just haven't picked it up yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to save this for, like, I don't know why, but I really like reading when it goes with the season that it is. I don't know if it's just the atmosphere or what it is. I'm just weird like that, but I feel like this would, like, I mean, you can read Harry Potter whenever, but I feel like this one would be really nice for like fall or winter, so I might wait until around Christmas and read it for, what is it, Harry Xmas to You. I might end up waiting and reading it with that. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, this has definitely been catching my eye lately because I do want to reread this, and I just think the illustrated edition is absolutely gorgeous, so I just really want to jump into this, and I'm not sure if I'll do it this month or if I'll wait until Christmas. We'll see. The other thing with my August TBR that is kind of up in the air is I'm still waiting for reading lists for my classes for September to come out. I have some of them, but not all of them are out, so if I get like a syllabus and I end up having to have a book read for like the first class or the second class, then I'm going to end up reading that in August. But I'm just going to try and get ahead on the readings that I do know about. So I have a couple of those books here, and this is for a topics course that I'm taking on Victorian underworlds. I'm not really sure what it's going to be about, but it sounded fun. I really like Victorian lit, so I'm excited for it. So the first one is The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. I haven't read this, haven't heard, like, I've heard of it. I've heard of H.G. Wells, but more so for War of the Worlds. I believe that's by him. I hope so, or else I'm gonna look like an idiot. But I do want to read this. I got this in one of my owl crates, and I love this edition. I think it's just so pretty. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this because I know H.G. Wells is really big in sci-fi, and I'm interested to read kind of like the first sci-fis, if you will, because this is where a lot of the conventions that we read about today came from, so I'm excited to jump into this one. And then this next book is actually not for that same class. I don't know why I thought it was, but it is Robinson Crusoe, and this is by Daniel Defoe. I like kind of vaguely remember hearing about this, but I honestly don't know too much about it. This is for my class that is on constructing children's literature, and I'm interested to see what this is all about because I really know nothing about it. I'm assuming it's about like exploration and that kind of thing. So I feel like it's going to be like a Treasure Island kind of thing. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll see. Next, I've been really into classics lately. I think it's just because like I've been out of school for quite a while now for summer, so I haven't been reading classics because normally I'll read them for school, so I'm just kind of like going through withdrawals. So I've been buying a ton of classics and I've just been reading, a few, not as many as I've been buying, but I am hoping to be reading more. So I'm hoping to finally read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This has been on many a TBR of mine. I just, for some reason, have never picked it up, which is just so sad. I was for a while planning on reading one Jane Austen book a month so then I could get through all of them, and I only ended up getting through Sense and Sensibility. Not that like it was bad, I really liked it, but I just never got to the rest of them because I got really busy or whatever excuse I had. But I definitely want to read Pride and Prejudice because people absolutely love this book, and I would say that this is definitely her most popular work, and I really love Jane Austen, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this and seeing if I like it just as much as everyone else does. I may end up reading a few other classics, some of the ones that I bought more recently, but some of them aren't even in yet, so that's why I'm only including one in my TBR. Plus I've kind of just been going completely off of my TBRs and just going with the flow, so I don't know, we'll see what ends up happening. But the rest of the books are YA, and the first one is one that has been on my TBR for probably the past 4 months, and I still have not picked it up because I am just an awful person, and that is Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. I have been saying I want to read this in summer since summer started, and I just haven't picked it up yet, but I'm going to do it this month. It is going to be the first book that I pick up in August because I want to read it during the summer, and this is my last chance to do it, so I just need to do it. I love Morgan Matson, so I don't know what it is that's just making me not pick it up. It's not even because like I've heard that it's sad, so I'm afraid that it's sad. It's just I haven't really been in the mood for it, I guess, but I'm going to force myself to pick it up, and I'm going to like it, damn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna read it this month, okay? I promise. Next up is Exit Pursued by Bear, and this is by E.K. Johnston, and I actually started this last night, but then I ended up putting it down because I decided I wanted to really focus on Jane Eyre. But this book is super short, it's only 240 pages, and it is a retelling or reimagining of The Winter's Tale by William Shakespeare, which is one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. I really love that one. I read it for class last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. This one kind of takes a turn on it, and it's about a cheerleader who ends up getting sexually assaulted, and it's kind of basically that's the storyline, and that's what I know about it. And it is a Canadian author, which I found out because I was reading it, and instead of saying like freshman and sophomore, they were saying grade 9 and grade 10, and I was like, oh my god, that makes sense to me. And then I found out the author is from Southwestern Ontario, which is really exciting to me. So yeah, I'm excited to pick this one up. Next, I'm hoping to pick up The Girl from Everywhere by Hattie Heelig, and this book just super intrigues me. I had it on my most anticipated releases. I believe it was for spring of this year. It's about this girl who basically travels all through the world and even in fairy tale worlds, and that's honestly all I really know about it, but I just think it seems so cool. I haven't heard much about it, but I just think the concept is so intriguing, and I believe there's a map in the front, which was exciting. Yeah, there's a map of India, so it must take place in India. I believe they go to Hawaii, Africa, all these different things. Yeah, it sounds just super cool, and I love traveling, and I love traveling in books, so I just think this is a recipe for success, and I'm hoping it does not disappoint. Next up is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, and this is Victoria Schwab's most recent release, and I received this in the July Owl Crate and was super excited because I've been super intrigued by this book. It's kind of the contrast between good and evil, and there's monsters in this world, and it sounds really wild. This is once again one where I think I might end up waiting until fall to read it. I'm not 100% sure, but it has monsters in it, so I feel like reading it around Halloween might be fun, but if I do end up reading it before then it will probably be this month. And the final book on my August TBR is Tarnished by Catherine Longshore. I recently read My Lady Jane by Jodi Meadows, Brody Ashton, and Cynthia Hand, and I absolutely adored it. It was so freaking good. I have a review for it that either came out on Tuesday or it's coming out today with this video, so whenever it's out I will link it down below for you guys, but I just loved that book so much. It's about Lady Jane Grey, and it kind of has to do with the Tudor dynasty and the English monarchy and all this crazy stuff. So I have been, since that book, and I always have been, but just since reading that book, I've been so in the mood to read stuff about the Tudors and about English monarchy, and this book deals with all of that. So I've heard Catherine Longshore is really great when it comes to those books. I've also heard really great things about Philippa Gregory, I believe that's her name. I haven't read her before, and I haven't read Catherine Longshore yet, but I found this book for $1 at work, so I was like, I'm getting it because it's a hardcover, like, nice book. Definitely had to pick it up. And this one, what is this one about? Oh, this one is about Anne Boleyn. So Anne Boleyn is the mother of Elizabeth I, and she's one of Henry VIII's, I think. Is it Henry V and his 8 wives, or is it Henry VIII and his 5 wives? I don't know. It's a Henry. I can't read Roman numerals. I think it's the 8th though. Henry VIII. That sounds familiar, I think. I don't know, but yeah, it must be Henry VIII because Shakespeare. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Henry VIII, final answer. I could be very wrong. I know you guys are gonna correct me if I am wrong, but yeah, I think I might end up picking this up, or it might be another one of those things where I really like reading historical fiction in fall and winter, so I might wait until then. I don't know, we'll see. So that is all for my August TBR. Like I said, no idea how this month is gonna go. I could end up following this, or I could end up just completely throwing it out the window and going with something different. I don't really know yet, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have read any of these books, your thoughts on them, or what is on your August TBR, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!